Alaikum everyone. Today we will be turning a shirt into a duster. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. You will need a shirt of your choice, a ruler, something to write with, and your fabric. I'm using some leftover bleached denim that I had for another project. So right here, you will see me unbuttoning the shirt so that I can turn it inside out. Make sure you line it up shoulder to shoulder and sleeves on, sleeve to sleeve. So that can be nice and even when you cut. So I'm using my ruler to measure the bottom, to basically make a straight line across. I'm cutting at the bottom of the shirt where the black line ends, right over top of the red. And I'm just going to cut straight across to cut the curved part off. And this is just a shirt that I picked up from Primark. And I'm just going to attach the denim at the bottom to turn it into a duster. So now that I have cut the bottom off, I'm cutting the tag off. And I'm opening it up. So now the shirt is turned inside out. And then I'm going to turn it the right way, right side facing up. I'm sorry, the shirt is inside out. The shirt is inside out. So now what I'm about to do is take the fabric, the denim fabric, and place it underneath the shirt so that I can measure the back part of the shirt. And I just only want to measure the back part of the shirt so that I can get the proper amount of fabric that I'm going to use for the back. You want to do the back and the front separately. So as you can see, I laid the denim fabric down. It's folded in half, hot dog style. Folded in half, selvage to selvage. So I take the measurement, I take the ruler, and get the measurement of the back of the shirt, and I make a mark on the denim. And you basically go from that mark at the top of the denim down to the length that you want to add onto the shirt. The shirt was 27.5 inches after I cut off the bottom part. And I wanted the duster to be about 55 inches. So that means that the denim would have to be 27.5 inches as well. And you would need a 1/2 inch for seam allowance and then 1 inch for the hem allowance at the bottom. So that would be 29 inches for the denim. So I'm just doing a little close-up on what I did previously. I measured 29 inches down at the top of the denim. And after I did the measurements, I marked and cut out. I did a curved bottom, and I made the denim flare out a little bit, but I actually wish I had made it go straight down because I didn't really like the end result of it being flared out. So next time I'll do it straight down. And also what I'm going to do next time is not add the denim at such a low height. I think I'll do it maybe like the waist length instead of all the way down like that, so that I can have a little bit more denim added on. So next time I may, instead of cutting the shirt at 27.5, I may cut it maybe like 17 or 18. And then that way I'll be able to have more denim. So now I'm doing the front of the shirt. I'm going from the side seam to the front. I did it separately because the front is wider than the back. The front is wider because it has the little plackets. Basically, it's an extra space. It's like an inch more where the buttons go. And, the front is always a little bit wider so that they can overlap and the shirt can button closed. So I have to make the front of the denim the same way so that I can fold it under and it will match the front of the shirt. Before I attach it together, I'm going to fold the denim under, and sew it. That way the flannel and the denim can basically match before I sew it together as far as the seams on the outside. So when I lined up the flannel with the denim, instead of making a mark right where the flannel ends, I moved over 1.25 inches because I'm going to fold it under, I'm going to fold it back 1/4 and then fold it back 1 inch. And then that way it will match up with the flannel perfectly. I marked it front. That's the front, and then the other one is the back. So make sure that you do mark it so that you can know. And then for the front, when you cut it out, you will cut the fold in half as well, so that you can have 2 front pieces and 1 back piece. The back piece is on the fold. So those are the 2 front pieces. I cut the fold right down the middle so that there could be 2 front pieces. And that's just the leftover denim that I have. So I'm opening up the shirt, and the shirt is opened where you can see the right side of it. The wrong side is what's touching the table. So this is basically what you will do. You will basically put right sides to right sides. You will put the right side of the denim to the right side of the flannel and then sew it all the way across. But before that, you want to sew your skirt part of the duster, basically the bottom part, together. So you will take the middle piece of denim and sew it to the front pieces. So this is what I mean. Those are the two front pieces, and I sew them together where the flares are, not where the straight pieces were, but where the flares are. I sew them together, and I sew them together right sides, not wrong sides. I sew them right sides together so that the seam and the stitching could be on the inside. So take them back and put the front panels right sides together and sew. I found a little ladybug. She just flew on the denim. She's so pretty. I love how she just came around when I'm using black and red fabric. I've never seen one this close before. Okay, back to business. So as you can see, what I was talking about before, that's the placket, and the placket was 1 inch. So I made a mark, a 1/4 inch mark, a little snip, and I'm going to fold it over where that snip is. And then I made a snip at the 1 inch mark. And when you measure it, when you put the measuring tape up to it, it should equal 1 inch, just like the flannel placket. So you're going to pin your fold that you did and iron. Ironing is very important when using mostly any fabric that, so basically so that everything can stay intact. Okay, so I sewed everything together, and now I'm going to attach the top of the skirt to the bottom of the flannel shirt. I make a notch in the middle so that I can line it up with the middle notch on the shirt. I'm going to make a notch on the shirt as well. So I'm facing right sides together. I'm going to start pinning at the corners. I had to go get some pins. So I pin them together, right sides, at the corner, the middle where the notches are, and then at the next corner. Then I pinned the seams together. There should be 2 seams. And then I basically just pin in between. I don't usually pin, but for the sake of the tutorial, I pin just to show you guys that everything should line up perfectly if you did your measurements correctly. So as you can see, if you fold it, if you put it the right way, the shirt will be attached to the denim. This is the result of me sewing the denim to the bottom of the shirt. Nice clean seams, and I top stitched as well. So I tried it on and I didn't like how it was kind of boxy. So I used my pattern and I kind of took it in at the waist a little bit to make it not so boxy. And this is how it looks after I made the adjustment. And now After I attached everything together and made the adjustments, I'm going to basically distress it. I'm going to make some slits in it, make some little cuts, just randomly cut everywhere. And then I'm going to wash it. So this is close up. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just making cuts, fold the fabric in half, and then make cuts in the denim. I also made cuts in the flannel as well. I'm making cuts in the sleeve at the top. And then I'm going to make some in the front on the side. I also make some in the back of the duster. And this is denim fabric that I had left over from making denim dusters. So I just wanted to put it to use. It's always good to keep scrap fabrics because you never know what you can do with them. You could do a lot of DIY projects and turn old things that you have into something new. Those are the slits. And when I put it in the washer, it will have the distressed stringy look. After you make all the slits, the last thing to do is to hem. You could turn it over 2 times and do a traditional hem, or you can serge the bottom and hem. So this is the final product. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Assalamu Alaikum, and see you next time.